All right, Aries, let's do your reading here. I got a poem that I tend to write before a reading and get into the energy of your zodiac here. The collective energy here is a poem entitled "The Love I Yearn to Live." It says, "I'm sorry that I struggled to see the truth, that I failed to realize with my own eyes that love is not an eye for an eye or tooth for a tooth, that love doesn't criticize or squander time as it flies. I'm sorry that I downplayed how deeply I felt, that I carried doubt and chose a rather stagnant route, that I wasn't matter of fact about how you make me melt, that I wore you out because your energy was so devout. From the moment you caught my eye and until I die, I will be upset and regret as I carry a heavy debt. And by my words will ask why I didn't try. But better yet, you better bet my intentions are reset. Our love is a couplet, energetic and magnetic. I knew it as you entered my mind, my thoughts multiplied. I told them all we were telepathic, and they said that was pathetic. All justice is poetic. To be woke is to be qualified. I'd rather fall, or I'd rather fail knowing that I gave it my all than to bail knowing that I still have so much to give. Please forgive my behavior and save me from my fall. In my world, you are my girl and the love I yearn to live." All right, so I usually tend to jump into this book right here and say what Jesus would say at this time, but I'm going to save that for a pinnacle moment in the reading to read what Jesus would say at this point in time. And same with this book here. If I'm drawn to something about the 5D and bringing that into the 3D, having that translated for you. If there's something in the reading that draws my attention to that, I'll do so. And also, I urge you to look through your birth chart and to find the other zodiacs that are very prominent in your birth chart to get a more clear understanding of the entire reading here. But let's, without further ado, jump into your reading here. Um, I've done a spread here, and it's called Lucky. It's the first card will be around love, and it's obviously with the L, the acronym. But then the second spread will be for unique, which is U, and then career would be for C, and then karma would be for K, and U would be for the Y. So it's lucky. This is your dream person, your dream man, dream woman, I guess it could be in that sense as well, but your dream masculine energy here, and what they look like. It's how does he view love, and what makes him unique. What does he do for work, and what does his karma look like, and then also when he meets you, how he feels about you, how you feel about him, and so on and so forth. But let's get a crystal here to kind of oversee the reading here. What we have is a blue spinel. And it says right here, it says persistence, fresh perspective, and revival. It says revive to keep alive. Blue spinel brings new energy to stagnant parts of your life, from inside your body to the world outside. The name of this stone comes from the Latin word for spine, and blue spinel will give you a strong backbone, sense of self, and reason to stand tall despite any challenges you may face. This is a great crystal for workaholics, as it eases stress and anxiety and instills a renewed sense of resolution. You can make it to the end if you put your mind to it. Blue spinel provides that fresh perspective to reset and rejuice. It's in the governing zodiac of Gemini and the governing planet of Pluto. So there you go. And purple, I'm being drawn to that, the purity, and then also to the purple of the crown chakra. White can also be referenced in the crown chakra as well. But this pureness of thought, pureness of train of thought, sequence of thoughts. So it's in purity. So that's the governing stone or crystal for this reading here, in concern of your lucky counterpart here. Lucky, I mean, if you have them, or lucky as in the terms of them being lucky to have you. So here we go. Let's go right now into how does he view love? How does he view love, Spirit? How does he or she, this is masculine energy, how does your masculine, let's ask it like that, how does your masculine view love? In his previous relationships, love towards children, love towards a mate, love towards God, all of the above here. Let's see, how does your masculine view love for Aries, the collective of Aries? How does your masculine view love? How does your masculine view love for Aries? Alright, so Firefly could be a fellow fire sign, but to light up the darkness, they are the light of your darkness here. I'm kind of lighting the way either for you, or you're lighting the way for them. But Firefly is what we have here. And this energy, I mean, in the eastern states, obviously in the western states, we don't necessarily have a whole lot of fireflies. But I spent some time in Minnesota, and when I did, there was so many fireflies, and it was in the summertime, staying there. But it was pretty cool to catch them, and we would actually, we were kind of gross, I guess. But 14 and 15 years old, we would spread their guts all over our arms, and we'd be glow in the dark too. But that's kind of a violent way of being glow in the dark, I guess. But yeah, Firefly, fellow fire sign, could possibly be. And let's see what else we have here. And this is how they view love. They view love as like you've lit the path for them, or you light them up. You light them up in a place of darkness, and I'm getting this fluttering of the wings here. It's like this fluttering of the heart, but it's also you giving them a sense of purpose, with the yellow being really prominent here in the picture. But you give them the wings to fly, or I'm just hearing too the wind beneath my wings, and it's this glowing effect here. So glow too is like this glow with the flow kind of a thing here. That you instill in them a way of perceiving the world as a big flow. But it kind of opens up their channels into inside themselves to find flow within themselves, and and to not be afraid of the dark, for they carry their own light. Kind of reminds me of the hermit here, to come out of hermit mode, or come out of hiding from their true selves, to magnify their calling, is what I'm hearing too, to illuminate the path for many, and so I'm getting this this vibe too, that it's just a sense of the spotlight, being put on them. You kind of put a spotlight on them, and the limelight is what I'm hearing. But limelight, there's a song, Limelight. Might want to look that up there. But it's like tunnel vision. They have this tunnel vision towards you as well. But let's get a card here from a deck that I made here from the major arcanas. What is the long term? How do they see love in the long term? How do they see, or how they experience love in the long term? how do they view or see, or how they experience love in the long term, whether that be through themselves or people around them. So they view love in the long term as happiness, as enlightened, awakened to each other's beauty, that light that we see in here, the firefly. So you could very well be dealing with a Leo here. I mean, it's obvious with these two cards, but yeah, it's like they want to catch your wave, they want to surf your channel, they want to be in your umbrella of love here, but they want to build castle with you. They want to play in the sand. They want to be like children here. They just that sun is of the child too, the sun. So yeah, you make them feel young again. You make them feel, beautiful. You make them see the world for its highlights and rather than its lowlights, is what I'm getting from the two cards there. And so yeah, I'm glad that we pulled that card there. But let's see what makes this person unique. What are some of the attributes of this person, of this masculine, that makes them unique? 19 is also the number of the card, and it's like this completion of cycles. 19 would add up to 10, but it's this completion of cycles. It's 10 is the completion of cycles. Is like this death and rebirth, or this rejuvenation, like what that card said. But it's a rebirth, a resurrection kind of a feeling here. Also, we have this throat chakra and the heart chakra, being able to speak the heart. We have that crown chakra up here, so it's like happiness is on their mind here. But the reflection, they see the reflection of a future, a bright future, and a happy home or castle or mansion, whatever you want to call that. But we also have here the Three of Wands, and we have the Four of Wands. So yeah, they see in the far distance there. They're waiting for the ships to come sailing in of this celebration, this marriage, and there's the castle again showing up here on the Four of Wands, which again is a Leo card. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have, I don't know why I seen it, but this gargoyle here, but it's not. It looks like a statue of a woman, kind of head in her knees there, and arms to the side. I don't know what that would signify, but when I first initially looked at it, I seen a gargoyle, which is of protection, and so symbol of protection. But I see in this Four of Wands is this, you can see the beaming rays coming over here with those clouds. So it's really pretty similar to what we have here, those beaming rays from off that castle there. But yeah, it's the Four of Wands is like this twin flame energy as well. We'll get further into the reading to see what's going on here, and how they what makes them unique is that they have the same belief patterns as you. They have the same kind of matching energy, this mirroring energy that's about them. And naked in their truth. I mean, this cloak here is to cover the nakedness here, but I think that just for the sake of the drawing here, and not to be fully nude here. I mean, he's got to cover his rear end here, but I'm looking at the picture here, and I'm seeing like a river, but it's like this Grand Canyon, this grand grand gestures. So he's a big believer in grand gestures, obviously with the nakedness as well. But this gargoyle, this protection side to him as well. We also have the Six of Pentacles. He views love as being equal. He sees things. 6 is also harmonious. It's the number of harmony. but and 4 being stability. He believes in stability and harmony. So he gives equal, but this is also a card of like giving to the poor, giving the excess. I can see right here these little Nike swooshes. They just caught my attention there. Although that might not be exactly what that is, but that's what I'm seeing here. But also check marks. Checking boxes on your list here. But 6 of Pentacles, he's fair. He's also giving to the poor and the needy, and he's very just, and comes from a place of grounded energy as well. He's patient, and he's also very, very. I'd say he'd be the first to give his shirt off his back to someone in need. He balances the scales here. We also have, again, coming out is the sun here. The sun. And, I mean, red hair is standing out here prominently, but also the sun and I'm seeing these four sunflowers here. I don't know what the 4 would signify, but again, stability comes to mind as well. But also 4. 4. That's the second 4 that we have here as well. But and I'm also getting like this will of destiny. I can see that she's kind of turning that. It's like she's kind of turning that will of destiny or will of faith or fate into, like, she's getting direction from down below of like, hey, is it straight yet? Is it straight yet? Is it straight yet? Is it straight yet? So it's like kind of like calibrating energy here. Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it gonna go here? I can also see a fish here, even a jellyfish as well, but a fish. So it's like this energy that's I'm getting Pisces energy as well. So it's like yin and yang kind of thing here. But these four right here, I mean, they remind me of pentacles as well. So it's like holding back energy. Maybe this person has this ability to hold back energy, and I'm getting that pentacle energy just for like the miser, but it's like for good purpose. He holds back energy. He holds back this I want to say grounding energy. He holds back he lets you learn and develop on your own so that you can appreciate your own journey as well. I think he's a lot more off than you give him credit for as far as spiritual ascension is concerned. But what does he do for work? What is it that he does for work? What could it be that he does for work here? Let's get another deck. Spirit says get another deck. Let's do the Light Seers deck here for the tarot. What is it that he might do for work here? What is it that he might do for work? All right, we're taking all of them. There's quite a bit of cards here, but we're going to fly through these. We got the Nine of Swords. This is someone who went through a lot of spiritual battles here. You can see in this card, there's a lot of crows cawing at him, keeping him up at night. This could be dark spirits, but then you see this this angelic crow here, if you want to call it that. But this angelic being that's guarding him and has been guarding him his whole life, or her. Just the masculine energy is what we're talking about here. But this Nine of Swords, restless nights, this worried and anxious and can't really get good sleep. And it's I'm getting in the dream state, seeing and fighting and battling a lot of demons and getting a lot of mixed energy here, mixed signals, mixed emotions here, not knowing really what direction this is heading, not knowing where he fits in any sense. But he's learned through that experience how to have temperance, to kind of juggle the sun with the moon here. So it's like this light, the firmament during the night and the firmament during the day. He's tapped into some angelic energy. 14 might mean something to you as well. This is a major arcana again here, but yeah, being able to sit with his fire, with his light, sit with his light when it's dim, but also when it's bright, you know, and to ponder the mysteries of heaven. I don't know where that came from, but also um, he may be coming out of a stuck energy here. This is the Eight of Swords, but you can see that looking in the mirror as he once viewed himself, he viewed himself as stuck, but realizing here, with it being upside down, it's the reality here up above here is realizing that this is all self-imposed, allowing these demons from the dreams here to trouble him in the reality, not only at night but also during the day, and the reflection of himself. He didn't have a very high reflection of himself. So again, this card kind of pulls up again, this being able to be the light at the night, you know, and yes, working with temperance to get there. That night and day kind of a thing. Maybe he's in and out, maybe seeming like he's in and out, but he's actually battling some of this internal struggle. A lot of it is breaking generational curses that have been placed upon his family, and seeing the world as it really is kind of been a disheartening thing, and knowing that you know, in the end, these black crows here kind of leading him, guiding him somewhere actually pleasant here. The Ten of Swords is signifying again that death and rebirth kind of energy that we get from the sun. So it's like being awakened. This Ten of Swords has developed a storyline for your masculine that it kind of reminds me of that Eight of Cups energy, leaving the Eight of Cups behind to travel off into the distance, or to look off into the distance here as finding fulfillment here. A lot of the tens are like, you know, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, really happy cards there. But the Ten of Swords, as well as like the Ten of Wands, is just like this heavy burden. But the Ten of Swords here doesn't really show anybody with the Ten of Swords in their back. It's like this resurrected energy. So he's very stepping into his divine energy. We have the Four of Pentacles, which was also brought to the forefront in this Sun card. But it's at the bottom here, this Four of Pentacles. I made mention of it. But it's like this no longer holding back. When once he was holding back, waiting for the balancing act to take place, or to straighten up. So maybe it's taken some time for him to straighten up his act here, but he's no longer holding back. He's left the crowd in the background. You see this old city here, but kind of left everything behind. He's left everything behind to move on to greener pastures. And it's this Three of Pentacles. He's not really had a whole lot. He's had people turn on him. He's had people that were working closely with him in certain projects, and waiting for this green light to kind of move the project forward. But he's been trapped. He's kind of been held back from achieving what he wants to achieve here. And the Three of Pentacles in the upright here, it's like this traffic light. But you know, waiting for that green light to come. But it's like this green light feels like it's never coming. But if you can see here, he's wearing a green shirt, and he is the green light. So it's kind of like this energy of realization that he doesn't really need a team, although he would probably prefer a team. He can do it all on his own here. But let's see what we have as well. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Yeah, being trapped in this mental anguish here. Cawing here. He's like these spiritual guidance cawing at him. And, you know, it's like this Five of Swords energy is this competitive nature. It's kind of like this conflict, but it's like this inner conflict, and it's really given these thoughts, this train of thought, like kind of a negative outlook, and he's been in a struggle in it, but he's also learning that it's developing some kind of a storyline that's given him the judgment that he deserves. It's judgment to rise above all of this and to get what he knows is for him, and it's the happiness. It's the Sun card. It's the Four of Wands. It's the Six of Pentacles. So this may have been something we got that in and out or that stop and go energy with this Temperance here, but also with the traffic light also coming out, also holding back, but then also in this card here, holding back, but then not holding back anymore. So he's learning lessons in what these energies have taught him, and along the way, whether that's regarding you or not, but this is kind of like what he's doing for work now. He's kind of he could be a writer, he could be an influencer in some way, but he's seeing a path that's being developed here for himself, and all of these terrible things that have gone on in his life, being betrayed and being left for dead, but still surviving here, and how he's doing this, how he's making this tremendous comeback in his own life is geared towards a romantic relationship with you. It's seeing things in a different light here, but also taking with him the lessons so that he can guide others along their own journey, and breaking generational curses, and finding temperance in all things, and so that things of like the Ten of Swords nature, also of the Five of Swords nature, the Eight of Swords nature, the Nine of Swords nature. I mean, you name it, it's on the table. But how to deal with all of that, but still keep an equal balance within himself to be able to manage and to get through it, and to see the blessing on the other side of all of this. And so this is what Jesus would say at this point in time. I'm just going with today's date right now, but it says, if you see yourself as a small sparrow alone on a housetop, your heart quaking, I hear you. I see you. If your eyes dull, your soul despairs, I'm with you. I'm a giving God, and I love you. If you're lauded as the star of a million parades, or if you're without a job and scraping for dimes in the pavement, I'm there with you. I'm there in the sunlight and the shadows. I'm there in hunger and in fatness, in your youth and in old age. I stick to you like your own skin. The mountains of the earth will shake and crumble, but my tender love for you will never shake. Not a shiver, not a breath, not the barest vibration or change, because I'm a giving God and I love you. So he's definitely found the inner God to be able to be the earth angel that he knows that he is, to be a light worker, to work his light, to enlighten the path of darkness into a path of rejuvenating, but also this path of I want to say enlightenment, but it's this path of path of least, not I guess it would be the path of most resistance, but to teach in a way that he's going to show a path of least resistance to those that he's going to show the way. He's a way shower, a seer of paths, or forges a path for many to follow. And it's pretty enlightening that this individual that you are considering yourself lucky to be with, he considers himself lucky as well. All the cards dealt against him, he still prevails. Let's see what happens here in his karma. What does his karma say in all of this? We're going to use another tarot deck here. What does his karma say about his character. Unity. It says traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. This is the Hierophant card. This is that God within, but also to bring organization to the forefront. It kind of reminds me also of an older emperor, you know, like the retired emperor here. But it's to it's to set a method or a tradition to his way of seeing the world. And it's I see all these signs and symbols of different religions here, and all of these different bubbles here. But it's like he's wanting to combine all of these viewpoints into one viewpoint, and it's pretty out there. But it says seek out mentors and like-minded friends, people. Kind of this guru energy, but I see the Star of David. I'm drawn to that Star of David, but it's to balance the masculine and feminine energies within that star card, right? And it's that healing. He's a healer. This is his karma. His karma is to heal himself, but also to heal others as well, in his countenance. But what else can be said about his karma here? But we have balanced. We have the need for balance and moderation. It says 14 would be, again, that temperance. But it says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So yes, he's very, very patient. And we got two major arcanas here. Let's get one more card on his karma. Like past life connection could be prominent here, but we also got 2 5s on this spread right now. 2 5s. So we got 55, we got 555 on the board, we have 4, 44, we have 19 twice, 10 10, we have 10 10 10 on the board. So a lot of synchronicities here. But we have this right here, and then we have the 2. So we just drew 22. 2 2, it might mean something to master builder number, but these both came in reverse. But the 2 of water here is a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So he may have been divorced, this karma energy, or maybe this was something that happened in a past life. We just mentioned that, this past life connection here. Maybe the 2 of you experienced a separation, severed by death, and never really got to experience the fullness and the richness of a beautiful relationship. But it says the positive resolution to a conflict. So this conflict can be positively resolved here in this lifetime. But it's the 2 of earth is also, it says too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. So it's like this is in the reverse, so it's like no longer, like I guess the juggling card, but it's like no longer juggling with these different ideas of what's expected of him, but also of his own truth. You know, this grounded energy to ground himself in this reality, in this realm that we are in the 3D here. But there's not a whole lot going on as far as his journey towards his projects and things like that. He'd really like to be a lot further than he is, but he feels like there's something more to manifesting, and that would be this I'm hearing Kundalini rising, or this Phoenix rising. It's part of the script. It's part of the story that he wants to tell about manifesting love first, and then like a domino effect, having all other things manifest thereafter. And so let's see here. Let's see, when he meets you, what is this going to... Let's get an oracle on this. When he meets you, this could also kind of throw out a time frame here, maybe. We also are at 3412, and we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So, yes, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Could definitely be a Capricorn. Also, we have here, and I get the devil from the Capricorn card here. Could have been dealing with a devil here, but something just popped into my mind here. You have never lived until you have faced the devil. So the devil backwards is lived. So you may have never lived until you face the devil. And the devil is within. The devil is within. So whatever devil he's faced on the outside of him, he knows was on the inside of him as well. So he's ready to live. He's slayed the dragon, so to speak. So let's see here. What else, Spirit, do we have here? And right here it says conclusions are within reach. It says full moon eclipse. And if I remember right, there is a full moon eclipse coming in April, I do believe. But it says right here, it could be even sooner than that. But let's see, it says full moon eclipse. So this eclipse energy, very, very strong. He's very tuned into kind of the moon cycles here, but more or less the planetary alignments, studying birth charts, and studying numerology as well. He's probably very engulfed in the esoteric healing here. He's also very big on the eclipses. Eclipses really is what brought him to the forefront of this discovery. This discovery of ancient knowledge. His Akashic record. Looking deeply into his soul to find himself. This soul revival. This reconnection to his past lives. He may even remember how he's died and stuff like that. But when he meets you, it's going to be like this eclipsing energy. You're going to, your energy will eclipse his, and it's like this balancing energy, these two different colors here coming together to be whole. But also the end of a tough cycle approaches. It may have been a tough road getting to this point, but I'm also drawn to these trees in front of the moon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 trees here, but I'm seeing this one tree kind of knocked over. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Seven of Wands. So he's having to defend himself against adversaries and people who are against his beliefs. But also with that 7th tree knocked over, this could be like the Six of Wands. He's ready to stand in the spotlight to not only defend himself, but to share his story, to give healing to those that are also on this broken path that will influence them to forge a new path, to find a way out, to break free of those inner prisons or inner demons. This one landed on my lap here, and it says your commitment is being tested. So yeah, his commitment is being tested, and that's what I got out of this card here. It's you know, that Seven of Wands energy. He's having to defend himself. So when he meets you, that's kind of the energy as well. It's like he meets you, and there you are, Six of Wands, standing victorious and beautiful and vibrant, and this energy of having to defend yourself. When he meets you, it feels like your guards are up, you know, and maybe this indecision throughout this process has caused that. But I just pulled up this deck, and I don't know why I started shuffling through it, but it's like strength right here. Strength, Archangel Ariel, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. This is something that's, when he meets you, he's going to teach you as well. 11 being signified on the card, you know, again, that Four of Wands kind of energy, but yeah, 11. 11. So it's like getting started on something. There's a rainbow in the distance here. This rainbow energy. It's like he understands a lot about color therapy. He sees colors as a way of expression, but it's also a rainbow is kind of like this portal opening. But yeah, he sees a lot of strengths in bringing people to the knowledge of these energies and how they can influence one's life, but also to balance energies using your mind, mind over matter, right, as a tool to balance energies around you, to recognize energies, to be shielded of energies that aren't for you. But also protected and guided as well. You see these tigers kind of guiding here, but the two white doves here as well. So it's like this dove energy. The dove also, it's funny, carries a olive branch for bringing peace. So it's like your masculine could be working on a project to do peace, and it's a peace project, and you could be very well involved in that, and that's how you will contribute is sharing your experiences and learning this peaceful connection, and finding that also within yourself to make it all possible. So this is what makes you and your masculine lucky to find each other here. But love, unique, career, karma, and you is kind of the energies that kind of made me come up with this spread here. But let's get one more card here, an oracle here to kind of cap off the reading here. Wow. All right. We have iceberg. There's so much more that's underneath the surface here. Submerged is the co-title on this here, but it's submerged. It's submerged in emotion. This masculine is very emotional when it comes to you. He cares about you a lot, and he has a deep love for you. He's fond of you. He feels like he only sees the tip of the iceberg, though, and there's so much depth to you that draws him in, that wants to, draw him closer. And it's, yeah, it's very appealing. I'm seeing here as well this kind of this hole between the two icebergs here is like this figure 8 here. So 8 could be significant, life path 8, or strength card comes out. So it's having the strength to be vulnerable. It takes a very strong individual to come to terms with being vulnerable, really. And I think that's what he's learning to do, is to submerge himself within those deeper emotions to approach you the way you deserve to be approached here. But yeah, I think that's your reading right now, Aries. This is the masculine energy that you are considering yourself to be lucky to know, or them likewise towards you. Hope you enjoyed that spread and that reading. And 4321, 4321 is what's on there on the clock here. But appreciate your time, your subscribes, your thumbs up, and your insight and feedback in the comments below. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon.